In the strategic heart of the Middle East, the Red Sea has ceased to be simply a geographical setting and has become a seething crucible of tensions and complex geopolitical maneuvers. The plot is woven around the belligerent policies of Iran, which has found in Yemen's Houthi rebels crucial pawns in its proxy conflict against Israel and the United States. This confrontation has reached its climax through the clandestine transfer of weapons and military material, a dangerous dance involving Qatar, the United Arab Emirates and Oman, bringing this situation to a critical point. In a bold turn, the Houthis, emboldened and backed by Iran, have unleashed a series of reckless attacks on U.S. and British naval assets in the Red Sea. Its arsenal of ballistic missiles and anti-ship cruisers has put strategic sea routes in check and threatened regional stability. The United States, in collaboration with the United Kingdom, has responded with forceful counterattacks, significantly escalating its military intervention to neutralize emerging threats. The Western coalition's strategy focuses on cutting off Iranian supply lines to the Houthis and undermining their ability to undertake new operations in the Red Sea. Through 6 rounds of attacks, each more intense and precise, the coalition has dismantled Houthi military infrastructure, seeking to deter future aggression. The Houthis' coordinated attacks from Yemen, which included anti-ship cruise missiles, ballistic missiles and unmanned drones designed by Iran, were perceived as significant threats to U.S. naval forces. In response to this imminent danger and the turbulent regional scenario, the United States and the United Kingdom have carried out a joint retaliatory attack. The Western coalition has launched its first self-defense attack against the Houthis, with the clear objective of disrupting Iranian supply lines and preventing the terrorist group from orchestrating new attacks in the Red Sea. The region, now mired in a crossroads of tensions and intricate tactics, watches with expectation the outcome of this high-stakes geopolitical conflict. In pursuit of its strategic objective, the U.S. Navy has highlighted the low magnitude of the attacks carried out by the Houthis, classifying the first wave as low-scale, hitting 28 targets, with a total exceeding 60. In a calculated response to these attacks, F/A-18 fighters took off from the USS Eisenhower, accompanied by 3 American destroyers and a British Navy ship, intercepting the terrorist group's missiles and annihilating multiple Houthi targets in the region. Following this initial confrontation, the American and British navies executed another 5 rounds of attacks, each smaller than the first, marking a gradual but firm strategy. During the third series of attacks, the U.S. Navy boldly publicly announced its success and provided operational details that revealed the disruption of Iran's weapons supply routes to the Houthis. This crucial initiative came after the U.S. military reported intercepting Iranian weapons intended for the Houthis during an operation last week. The forceful response included the assault on a ship carrying ammunition for the Houthis, who persisted in their daily assaults on U.S. Navy warships and cargo ships. In anticipation of the fourth assault, the United States had already completed preparations. According to U.S. Central Command, the strikes focused on 14 Iranian-backed Houthi missiles, ready to be fired at areas of Yemen under Houthi control. These missiles posed an imminent threat to U.S. Navy and merchant ships in the region, and the fourth strike resulted in the destruction of all of them. Following this attack, Iran's supply of military ammunition to the Houthis through its logistics networks began to dwindle. The continued presence of the U.S. Navy in the Red Sea hampered the Houthis' attempts to launch more suicide attacks, using what little resources they had left. Although President Joe Biden acknowledged that the bombing had not yet completely stopped attacks, U.S. forces launched their 5th attack on Iranian-backed Houthi terrorist camps in Yemen. The situation, far from reaching a resolution, kept the region in suspense due to the uncertainty of a conflict of unpredictable dimensions. In an intriguing statement issued on X, formerly known as Twitter, U.S. Central Command revealed the destruction of 2 Houthi anti-ship missiles about to be launched in the southern Red Sea. This bold act, executed by Navy F/A-18 fighter jets, marked the beginning of a series of events that would alter the geopolitical balance in the region. Despite President Biden's expressed determination to continue attacks, the Houthis persisted in harassing commercial and military vessels. In an unexpected turn, Lieutenant General Yahya Sari, a Houthi brigadier general, announced in a pre-recorded statement a new missile attack against the U.S. cargo ship Cam Ranger in the Gulf of Aden, south of Yemen. The response from U.S. Central Command indicated that the ship was unharmed, with the missiles impacting the ocean near the ship and no injuries or damage reported. Faced with this continued threat, the United States and its international allies decided to take unprecedented measures and launched Operation Welfare Guardian. This international consortium set out to provide a protective shield to ships by intercepting any missile or drone that approached them. U.S. and British forces disabled missile sites, radars and air defense systems, denying the Houthis the ability to carry out attacks. These strategic efforts managed to end Iran's military supply to the Houthis, thus triggering the sixth U.S. assault to cut off said supply and prevent further threatening operations in the Red Sea. F/A-18 fighters from the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower slammed into the Houthis during this sixth round of attacks, shooting down 3 missiles and launchers in an effort to safeguard maritime interests. On Friday, the Houthi-run Al Mira satellite news channel verified airstrikes in Jeddah, triggering critical questions about the impact of the US-UK military intervention on the balance of power in the Red Sea, especially in relationship to Iranian influence and the capabilities of the Houthis. Furthermore, the broader implications of these tensions on global maritime security become central, considering the strategic importance of the Red Sea as a vital route for commercial shipping. Uncertainty hangs over the fate of the region and its role on the global stage.